Anybody paying even a little bit of attention towards the Korean music scene over the last couple years can see that girl groups have been dominating the industry. Rarely a week goes by that there aren't girl group songs flooding the top of the charts. But as the new generation of Gen Z artists begin to carve out their own paths alongside the continued dominance of older gen groups, an unlikely name has joined the mainstream conversation. I-DLE debuted January 5th, 2022 with the single album Athletic Girl, and followed that up about 6 months later with Run. Athletic Girl didn't really make an impact, only hitting number 70 on the album charts. Run did a little better, breaking into the top 150 on the download charts and selling just over 2,000 copies. But the numbers seem to indicate that I-DLE would continue to struggle to have their voices heard by the general public. That was until recently. On the 1-year anniversary of their debut, I-DLE released their first EP, Rose Blossom, and the album's title track began to get noticed. The lyrics and production style struck a chord with listeners, and the song started being shared and talked about. In the second week of February, over a month after its initial release, Rose Blossom surged to 156 on the digital charts after sitting just outside the top 200 the previous week, and every week since it's seen its position rise until it became their first song to crack the top 40, and the EP has now sold north of 35,000 copies. We've seen lesser known girl groups go viral before, most notably a couple years ago when Brave Girls Rollin' went viral on YouTube several years after its release and catapulted the group to the top tier literally overnight. LaBoom that same year also had their 2016 song Journey to Atlantis launched into the top 10 after MSG Wannabe performed it on How Do You Play and enjoyed a brief boost from that. But it's hard to keep the momentum going. Brave Girls disbanded just a few short weeks ago, and LaBoom are currently on an indefinite hiatus. Previous overnight successes like Momoland and the OGs of girl group virality Crayon Pop also struggled to build on the popularity of their breakout hits. This isn't the artist's fault, of course, but anything from poor timing to mismanagement can sink a group's chances even when they have the talent needed to thrive. But what has me feeling more confident and optimistic about I-DLE's chances are that the group is in its infancy. To gain this attention this early means they have plenty of time to evolve and grow and find their voice. Unlike songs like Ba 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 or Boom Boom, Rose Blossom isn't a novelty hit. It's a wonderfully produced and well-arranged piece of music that people are listening to just because it is that good. The members' vocals shine in a way that's reminiscent of early Blackpink, and the new retro influences on the track showcase the same appeal that NewJeans have been reshaping the industry with. And I-DLE didn't have the same pre-debut buzz that a lot of the current generation's top girl groups had. Groups like aespa at SM, IVE at Starship, and LE SSERAFIM at Source Music came from labels that had been responsible for mega successful girl groups in the past, with the latter two also containing popular members of IZ*ONE. Of course, brand recognition isn't all it takes to succeed. Production, promotion, and actual good music also plays a factor. And there are groups from well-known labels that have yet to break through big despite how good their music is. I'd personally highlight Purple Kiss from RBW. Stacey really exploded with their first comeback ASAP, and they've been riding a wave of success in the 2 years since, with music that consistently feels fresh but maintains a vibe that's distinct to the group. And I'm sure having mega producers Black Eyed Peas song running things helps there. NewJeans similarly, in all of their hits so far, have established a style that is inherently them, which has kept people coming back to their music repeatedly. And once again, they have a big name backing them with their CEO Min Hee-jin, the art director who built the identities and brands of some of SM's biggest groups. I-DLE haven't had the same advantages open to them in their rookie era, but have now begun to make a name for themselves. And to see this kind of success, to see people succeed at the thing they love, it just makes me happy. And hopefully they can keep the ball rolling with their upcoming comeback.